Good morning, my YouTube viewers. It is Palestine here. I'm here this morning to make you another video. I had intended to make you a video about my childhood, but yesterday something happened that quite upset me a little bit because basically, and I decided that I wanted to make a video about that because that's basically one thing that quite disturbs me. Last night, this guy, he's got agoraphobia and anxiety. He phoned my boyfriend because he just kind of like saw that my boyfriend had been on WhatsApp in this depression group that we're a member of. And so he decided that since my boyfriend was on WhatsApp, that it was okay to phone him. Because this guy has got agoraphobia, anxiety, and all sorts of things. So he's afraid to leave the house. So he thought that because my boyfriend is approachable, that he could just phone him up when we were fixing dinner and talk to him. And so my boyfriend, he won't say, look, I'm in the middle of my dinner, I'll have to let you go. So, and he won't say I'm busy. And because my boyfriend will listen to all this stuff that people have to say, the guy just thinks, oh, he can ring him any time of the day or night. And so I sort of like hijacked the conversation because he had it on speakerphone. And I just said, because he wanted to go to a handout. Well, if this guy is agoraphobic and has anxiety, he can't go to a handout because all sorts of people go to those handouts. A lot of these people have criminal behavior that I'm not going to mention in this video because I don't want to get kicked off YouTube. But they have criminal behavior, and if you can imagine the worst, then just imagine the worst. That's kind of behavior that they have. Some of the people at these handouts have been in prison. They've been in newspaper articles, and they've been in prison for 20 years. And if you can imagine what someone would have to do to be in prison for 20 years, well, that's the sort of people that go to the handouts. And they have substance abuse problems and all sorts of things. And so these people, the ones with the substance abuse problems anyway, want money. And so as soon as they saw this guy and they saw he was a vulnerable person, they would start hitting him up for money, and they even could follow him. So I just told the guy, I said, no, you can't go to the handout. I said, because they would figure out that you're a vulnerable person right away. I said, and they could follow you. And I also told him that there are violent women at the handout. And I said that because of something he said that I'm not going to repeat it. But he said that he's afraid of violent women. So I also told him there were violent women at the handout, which there are, yeah. If you're an addict, if you have a substance abuse problem and you want money and you picked on some vulnerable guy to give you money and he doesn't give you the money, well, yeah, you could be violent. And any woman, it doesn't matter how good she is, how honorable she is, you can push any woman to violence if you disrespect her enough. And so these women have substance abuse problems, so they don't need a whole lot of disrespect to become violent. And so he wasn't very happy. And then he was just trying to keep my boyfriend on the phone, like asking about Tai Chi. Well, he's got internet access. He can look up Tai Chi on the internet and find out what it is. My boyfriend didn't know what Tai Chi was, but I knew what it was because I took a Tai Chi class. And he can look up YouTube. He can go on YouTube video and find out about Tai Chi and do Tai Chi on the YouTube. But the thing is that he was just trying to keep my boyfriend on the phone as long as possible, just because the guy's lonely. So he's trying to keep my boyfriend on the phone as long as possible. So he was asking about Tai Chi and handouts and all this other stuff. But we're busy. We've got things to do. We do not have time to be talking on the phone if it's not important. And then another thing that this guy does is he wants my boyfriend to fix him up with the woman. So he's afraid to go outside, but he wants a woman, you know. And so, so basically, he asked my boyfriend what this woman was like that posted something on WhatsApp. Well, my boyfriend doesn't know what this woman is like because she was just on WhatsApp. Well, he doesn't know what the woman is like. So why would my boyfriend know what the woman is like? She doesn't go to any of the coffee mornings or anything like that. So my boyfriend said he didn't know, but I was quite irritated. And even my boyfriend has figured out that this guy wants him to fix him up with the woman. Well, he's afraid to go outside. So that means that the woman would have to go to him. So what kind of woman is going to want to go to the house of a man that she's never met before? And so I just said to my boyfriend, if he's afraid to go outside, he's not going to meet a woman. And he wouldn't go on dating sites. So he could go on dating sites and meet a woman on a dating site, but he doesn't want to go on a dating site. No. So he's afraid to go outside. So how is he going to meet a woman? And so I just told my boyfriend that he should go get a businesswoman, you know, like someone who sells their services. If that's what... Another thing he said was that if somebody went with him to the coffee morning, then he could go. Well, that was like trying to manipulate my boyfriend into saying, oh, well, I'll take you to the coffee morning. Well, I'm not going to his house to pick him up. And my boyfriend said that he's going to the coffee morning with me. So my boyfriend can't go to the coffee morning with him because my boyfriend's going to the coffee morning with me. But the guy just says, well, if I had someone to take me to the coffee morning, I could go. You know, very manipulative. And so my boyfriend just said that me and him would be at the coffee morning. So this guy... He's vulnerable, he's agoraphobic, he's got anxiety, but he's also manipulative, saying that he wants somebody to go with him. If it's that important, he could hire a carer. He could get a carer to take him to the coffee morning. He could get a social worker, and he could get a carer to take him to the coffee morning, because some people do get carers. And then if it was that important to him, he could pay somebody to take him to the coffee morning. But see, he wants to do all these things for free. He doesn't want to go on the internet to find a woman. He wants my boyfriend to hook him up with any woman. And my boyfriend is not going to be talking to women. I can tell you that right now. And then he wants somebody, my boyfriend, to take him to the coffee mornings. No, he could pay somebody. He could pay a woman for her services, so that's going to satisfy the woman thing. And he could pay someone to take him to the coffee morning. Or if he can go to social services, and if social services know how bad his situation is, social services might give him a carer to take him to the coffee morning. But my boyfriend, well, I'm not taking him. I'm busy. I have things to do. I'm not going to his house to pick him up, to take him to the coffee morning, just because he's scared. And so that was it for this guy. But that got me thinking about, although this guy just was trying it on, just trying to see how far he could get with my boyfriend. But there are people who do, and he didn't have malicious intent. He had selfish intent, but not malicious intent. But there are people in my boyfriend's life who do have malicious intent. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to make this video, because a lot of the people who my boyfriend is acquainted with, friends and family, they have personality disorders. And because they have personality disorders, they have malicious intent. So, for example, he has this daughter that's in her late 20s. Well, she has malicious intent towards me. So she sent him all kinds of text messages saying things about me. Part of it wasn't true, and part of it was an exaggeration. And she did all kinds of things that I'm not going to go into in this video because we don't have time. So she's one person with a personality disorder that's tried to cause trouble with us. And then he's got his mother. His mother has a personality disorder. And minimum of 2 times now, she said nasty things about me to my boyfriend to try to cause trouble. And then in addition to that, whenever I bring something to her attention, tell her something like how I don't want to have a pacemaker fitted, or she didn't cook the turkey long enough, she'd get really mad and say nasty things then. So she's got a personality disorder. And so the simple fact that she's mean to me, and she says she's mean to me, and when I'm sick, she ignores me, doesn't give me any medical treatment when I'm sick. She's given me COVID once. And then she says things about me to my boyfriend. Well, that's another person that has malicious intent. He's got his brother. His brother told him he doesn't know how he can put up with me. And every time his brother is alone with him, he will say things about me. The most recent thing he said about me was that he wanted my boyfriend to go on a free holiday with him and his mother and leave me behind. That was, that's malicious intent. And then he's got another friend who he's not friends with anymore, who was always invited him places to do things, and has actually said things about me to other people, said things about me to this Iranian guy who was nasty to and about me, told this Iranian guy that I was making videos about him, which I wasn't making videos about him. I just said that Iranian guy was nasty to me, and he said that he could be identified by the videos that I made. How are you going to identify an Iranian man just to say he was nasty to you? How many Iranian men are there in the town I live in? Quite a few, so you're not going to be able to identify him. And the Iranian man said nasty things to and about me too to my boyfriend. And the thing that really upsets me about this Iranian man that said nasty things to and about me, my boyfriend continued to be friendly with this man up until this man was financially exploiting another man. And then when he found out that he was financially exploiting another man, he cut the friendship. So that's one thing that really upset me, was that he would be friendly with this man when he was saying nasty things to and about me. And the last person that I can think of is this Russian guy. And he wasn't Russian. He was from one of the former Russian states, Latvia or something like that. But we'll just say Russian. And but it was a former Russian state. And I didn't do anything. I was always nice to him. I even bought him a birthday ice cream. I bought him presents and was nice to him. And then he messaged my boyfriend, was saying things about me to my boyfriend, saying how I was really a downer and stuff like that. And again, this guy's got a personality disorder, so he was just trying to cause trouble between us. So that's one of the banes of my life, is all these people that my boyfriend knows. Most of them have personality disorders, and they say things about me to my boyfriend to try to cause trouble. And I found that quite upsetting. I find that quite upsetting. That's the cross, one of the many crosses that I'll have to bear. And that's just what I wanted to talk about in this video. Just to say that, yeah, it's always something, isn't it? It's always something. Like, I'm just with my boyfriend, just trying to survive with my boyfriend. And he makes friends with these people. He won't not be their friend. But one of the people, this one guy that said that I was making videos, he's not friends with him anymore. But it's not because he was saying things about me. It's because he didn't support him. And this guy, the Iranian guy, he's not friends with him anymore. And it's not because he was saying things about me. It's because he was financially exploiting somebody. And then his brother, he's not in contact with his brother anymore. And it's not because he was saying things about me. It's for another reason as well. So yeah, so That's the cross I have to bear. All these malicious people saying things about me to my boyfriend to try to split us up. Yeah, so that's one of the crosses I have to bear. So I've been talking, I think, 15 minutes. I'm not wearing my glasses, so everything's a blur. So I just felt like I wanted to make this video and talk about one thing that was upsetting me, so you'll know what's going on in my life if you want to know. If you don't want to know, then don't watch the video. So if you like my video, please like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching my video.